we have a topic, transformation. For O levels mathematics, there are 4 topics we have for the O levels mathematics. One is called reflection, the second is rotation, the third is translation, and the fourth is enlargement. Yes, first of all we are going to start the very first topic, that is reflection. Number 1, the reflection. For the reflection we have to use a graph paper, as I used the grid sheet you have here, and you can see that we can do easily the reflection using this grid sheet. Yes, this is the x-axis, positive x-axis, you can say. This is negative x-axis, this is the y positive x-axis, and the negative y-axis. For example, if a student uses a single point which has coordinates 2, 3, the point A. If I reflect this point about x-axis like a line of reflection, so this point will move down and becomes A dash, and now the coordinates are or will be 2, -3. Similarly, if I use the y-axis as a line of reflection, so this point A comes on the left with a point A dash and becomes -2, 3. If we use the line y is equal to x as a line of reflection, for example, if I am using the line y is equal to x for the line of reflection, so you will see that the point 2, 3 becomes 3, 2 after the reflection. And what did we observe? Actually, we observed then that when we reflect the point A 2, 3 about the x-axis, it becomes 2, -3, means the y values sign becomes changed. And when we reflect the point A about y-axis, so you will see that the x value sign becomes changed, like -3. And when we reflect the point A 2, 3 about y is equal to x, you will be seeing that it becomes 3, 2, means the x and y values interchange or swap or flip, you can say. 2, 3 becomes 3, 2. Similarly, if we have a point 3, 7 about y is equal to x, after the reflection it becomes 7, 3. Okay, so now if we reflect the same point A about the line y is equal to -x, then it will be like this. You can extend this line on the other side also. This is the line with an equation y is equal to, y is equal to minus x. And you will see that the point A becomes minus 3 minus 2 after the reflection about this line, the black one. Now this is A dash, and you will be seeing that this is the reflection of A, and this is now A dash, and its coordinates are minus 3 minus 2. It means when we reflect the point about y is equal to minus x, it becomes minus 3 minus 2. 2 3 becomes minus 3 minus 2. It means x value becomes y, y value becomes x, and as well as their signs must be changed. So now we can easily write the reflection about 4 lines. Now come to the points which we can write about. This is the reflection. I am writing the reflection about x-axis. You saw that the point, if we have 5 comma 7, becomes after the reflection 5 comma minus 7. The y value sign changes. About means the reflection about y-axis. You will see that the point A, which was 5 7, after the reflection A dash becomes minus 5 7. The third one, the reflection about y is equal to x, the point A, which was 5 7, after the reflection becomes 7 5, x becomes y, y becomes x. The last reflection about y is equal to minus x, you will see that the point A, which was 5 7, becomes minus 7 and minus 5. Means y value becomes x, x becomes y, and their signs changes. Now one more thing we can discuss. If we have a line y is equal to x plus 5, the same point A we can reflect about this line without using any graph paper. How? For example, the point A we have the coordinates 5 comma 7. You will just input this 5 value over here. So the y value becomes 5 plus 5 becomes 10. And if you will input this y value 7 over here, so when 5 moves on the other side, 7 minus 5 becomes 2. So x value becomes 2. And you can just observe this on the graph paper, that the reflection of 5 7 about y is equal to x plus 5 always to 10. Similarly, if I use y is equal to minus x plus 7, so we will observe that 5 7 after the reflection becomes, for example, if I use 5 here, so y becomes 2, minus 5 plus 7 becomes 2. And when we will input this 7 over here, 7 7 will be cancelled out, and what is left? The x is 0. And you will just observe this on the graph, that this so this is called the reflection, and there are some points we have after the observation. And now there is a matrix. We have to write matrix of reflection. As we know that there is a unit matrix or identity matrix which is called 1 0 0 1. These two values are called x values, and these two values are called y values. And this is actually a point P, and this is actually a point Q. That's why these values are called x values and these values are called y values. You will observe that reflection about x-axis, we already saw that the 0.25 becomes 2 minus 5. Similarly, the 1001 after the reflection about x-axis becomes 100 minus 1, means the y value sign changes. Y values sign changes. Number 1. Now we are talking about the reflection about y-axis. As we observe that after the reflection about y-axis the x value sign changes, similarly we can change the sign of this one, becomes minus 100 minus 1. Sorry, it will remain the same. Only x value sign changes. Similarly, if we are talking about the reflection about y is equal to x, as we saw that y value becomes x and x value becomes y, similarly we can shift this row here and this row on the other side here. It means 0 1 1 0. Y becomes x and x becomes y. Similarly, the reflection about y is equal to minus x, what happens? 1001 after the reflection becomes swiping and signs changes. So it becomes what? 0 minus 1 and minus 1 0. So these are four matrices we have for the reflection. One is about x-axis, one is about y-axis, one is about y is equal to x, and one is about y is equal to minus x.